Ever notice this tiny hole in your airplane window? It looks like a deadly flaw, but it's actually the only thing keeping you alive. Boeing 737 passenger cabins hide a brilliant engineering secret right next to your assigned seat. You sit down, look out the airplane window, and notice a tiny, terrifying little hole. Most passengers immediately panic, thinking the outer hull is breached and precious oxygen is leaking. But this tiny gap isn't a defect. It is a carefully engineered pressure release valve. To understand it, we need to look closer at how these cabin walls are built. This isn't just one piece of glass. It is a complex, multi-layered structural defense system. Let's break down this hidden system to see what is actually protecting you up there. The airplane window actually consists of 3 completely separate layers of heavy-duty synthetic acrylic material. The inner plastic layer is just a flimsy scratch shield, protecting the real hidden mechanics. The middle layer is much thicker, but it has that deliberate, tiny drilled puncture wound. And the outer pane is the absolute thickest, directly facing the extreme atmospheric elements outside. At 35,000 feet, the atmospheric pressure outside drops to almost absolutely nothing at all. But inside the cabin, the artificial pressure remains extremely high, so you can easily breathe. This creates a massive, crushing force pushing outward against the plane's seemingly fragile outer shell. Without a release mechanism, this extreme pressure would violently trap the middle transparent acrylic pane. That is exactly where this tiny bleed hole does its heavy lifting for the crew. It acts as a precise equalization tunnel between the main cabin and the air gap. It perfectly allows the pressurized cabin air to bypass the middle acrylic pane entirely today. This forces the thick outer pane to take 100% of the structural load. The middle pane is just sitting there, completely unstressed, waiting silently in the dark gap. Why? Because it is a fail-safe, a hidden structural backup waiting for an unexpected emergency. If that outer pane ever cracks from a bird strike or flying high-altitude debris, the middle pane instantly takes over, sealing the cabin and saving everyone trapped inside there. The tiny hole is so small that the plane's pressurization system easily compensates for it. But extreme pressure management is only half of this brilliant little tunnel's vital daily job. Up at cruising altitude, the thin air outside is minus 60 freezing degrees Fahrenheit constantly. Meanwhile, the air inside the cabin is warm and heavily packed with human breath moisture. Normally, this extreme temperature clash would instantly freeze the entire window solid with thick ice. You wouldn't be able to see the beautiful clouds or the ground down below anymore. The bleed hole perfectly prevents this by constantly venting dry cabin air into the gap. This constant microbreeze actively scrubs the moisture away before it can ever crystallize into ice. It is an elegant, passive system that requires absolutely zero electricity or moving mechanical parts. Just a precisely drilled 2mm gap effortlessly doing the heavy work of a complex machine. Modern aviation is absolutely full of these hidden layers of brilliant, invisible engineering design secrets. Every single tiny detail you see on a commercial flight has a critical, life-saving purpose. Next time you fly, look closely at the thin walls protecting you from absolute oblivion. That tiny little hole is the only reason you can safely enjoy the stunning view. It is a perfect reminder that the smallest details often carry the heaviest structural loads. The surface world is just a complex mine, and every hidden detail is a gem. Comment down below with the most mind-blowing hidden engineering mechanic you learned about today.